Summer, whether it is here now or on its way, is a wonderful time of year. Winter is gone, school is out, and everyone's out grilling and soaking in the summer fun. When one pictures summer, the image that most often comes to mind is a bright sunny day outside, complete with warm temperatures and bright sunlight. Everyone knows that too much direct sunlight on your skin causes sunburn and could increase your risk of developing skin cancer. But how can we protect ourselves from harmful sunlight? But first, what is sunlight exactly? We know that it comes from the sun, but how is it produced? Our sun is a star that's composed of gases, and it burns through a process called nuclear fusion. This causes the sun to emit energy in the form of light and heat. What all people don't know is that the light you can see is only a small portion of the light emitted by the sun. Human eyes can only see a small portion of the light spectrum, although the whole spectrum can affect our bodies. Along with the light we see, the sun emits X-rays, ultraviolet, infrared, and even radio waves. Luckily for us, the Earth's atmosphere absorbs most of these harmful rays. The light that does get through, however, contains potentially harmful amounts of UVA and UVB radiation. When it comes to UV rays, it's a fine line. Your skin is a living organ, and it needs sunlight. The UVB radiation causes your skin to produce vitamin D, which is essential to good health. A deficiency of vitamin D can actually put your body at risk for developing cancer. It's important for us to receive enough sunlight during the summer to stay healthy, but we must also take preventative measures to address overexposure. We all know that sunscreen protects our skin from direct sunlight, but the details are hidden from you by the retailers. The best protection from harmful UV rays is protective clothing and shade. Especially when being out in the summer sun between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., avoidance of direct sunlight is important. However, no one wants to, or even can realistically avoid all direct sunlight. The more intense the sunlight, the more of your skin you want to protect. Wearing a brimmed hat is very helpful, as is wearing sleeved shirts and shoes as opposed to sandals. However, for the areas of your skin that are exposed, it is important to wear sunscreen, but not all sunscreens are created or marketed equally. The effectiveness of sunscreens is measured in sun protection factor, or SPF. We all see this number on sunscreen bottles, but how important is it? It's true that higher SPF sunscreens block more UV radiation, but beyond SPF 50, there is little difference. Sunscreen companies like to charge you more money for the same amount of protection marketed as a higher SPF. The SPF factor only measures blockage of UVB radiation, and not UVA. When purchasing sunscreen, make sure to look for a brand that advertises protection from both UVA and UVB radiation. Also, the lighter your skin and the more susceptible you are to sunburn, the higher SPF factor you'll need. In a 2007 study, sunlight is accurately referred to as a carcinogen. A carcinogen is anything that causes cancer. The study aimed to find a balance between the risks and benefits of sun exposure. It was found that SPF 15 sunscreen blocked a large amount of vitamin D producing UVB radiation, but also allowed some DNA damaging light through. Based on the results of the study, a brief, unprotected exposure to midday sun was optimal for maximum vitamin D production. After this exposure, however, it is important to wear protective clothing, avoid direct sunlight, and apply sunscreen. Also, it may take more sunscreen to provide adequate protection than you might think. Sunscreen will provide protection wherever applied, but to be effective, there must be a visible layer of it as opposed to a thin gloss. For example, if wearing a bathing suit, it would take about 1 ounce of sunscreen to protect all of the exposed skin. For reference, that's about the size of a shot glass. It's important to get outside during the summer and expose your skin to sunlight in order to maintain good health, but preventative measures should be taken to protect from overexposure to intense sunlight. A motto adopted by the American Cancer Society is slip, slop, slap, for slip on a shirt, slap on some sunscreen, and slap on a hat. If these protective measures are taken, you can bask in the glow of healthy skin and a healthy body.